You know, when I started this channel, I had a hard time nailing down what was doing well and what wasn't. Then, Primal Season 2 came along, and it changed everything. People really seemed to enjoy these review videos, even if they were garbage. No, I'm serious, it was a steaming pile of dog shit. I never could have predicted that the next string of videos to do well was these videos, the ones for Final Space Season 3. I've been a longtime fan of this show ever since it was announced as a TBS original. I fell in love with the pilot. The first season was amazing, the second season was and then the gods came down and gave us something that was totally lit. No, but seriously, this season had such a strong opening, I've only seen this raw strength only once before. A topic for another video. But we know you just want us to get into the video, so that's what we're gonna do. It's time to review Final Space Season 3. This season started out banging with an Invictus chase. Really nice energy here, it sets the theme of the season, survival. As soon as this episode aired, I knew we were in for something amazing. But then, actually, episode 2 was a bit of a disappointment for me. Yeah, it's a quick 180, right? A bit of the story dragged, and even the animation felt a bit choppy at times. But it's okay, because the avocado backstory of episode 3 really brought it all back with a soul-crushing revelation. Avocado isn't Little Cato's real father. Hey Dad, where's Mom? Episode 4 gives us a character arc for Ash. It's the start of the season's main drama. Episode numero 5 is my favorite of the season, with Quinn's poisoning reaching critical. It's All the Moments Lost. It's an amazing episode, really strong all across the board. Episode 6 is basically Surgeon Simulator. Episode 7 is basically Bye, Wasted Character. Forgiveness brings us the matchup of the century, while the rest of the season gives us the Kevin Net, the Lord Commander Titan, and Invictus breaking free with his army of Titans. It's a very quick rundown of the season, but what can I say, a lot freaking happened. One thing I loved about this season is the serialization. Every episode flowed right into the next, just like in Season 1. That's the great thing about Final Space, it's a saga. Every Saturday night had me on the edge of my chair. Its seat.
You sure?
Yes! Yes!
Now, everyone has their own opinions about over-serialization, and some shows are definitely better without it. Case in point, Rick and Morty. But in my opinion, Final Space was always meant to be a linear story and about an intergalactic drama. These characters are just too complex not to explore them fully in this manner. So I personally think that Season 3 made the right move to go linear, way more than Season 2. They also really stepped up their game with the animation this time around. Final Space itself feels so vibrant and fleshed out. Basically everything is out to kill you. From the comment in episode 6 to the Devil's Den in episode 13, every single episode has a radically different setting. This makes every week's adventure unpredictable. One really notable bit is the Invictus chase in episode 1. Really nothing comes close in the entire series to the scale of this chase. And we really appreciate the work they did with the villain dynamic here. We know the Lord Commander works for no one, which is why his turn against Invictus is no surprise to anyone. And his Titan transformation is so cool. I love his design. He looks like a twisted Muppet or something. It's amazing but really creepy at the same time. And you know what? The animation is incredible this season. From the Invictus chase to the part where the Lord Commander kills the Titan army, everything here is glistening with smooth transitions, clean vectors, and really colorful and vibrant backgrounds. I mean, look at Season 1's animation. Not bad by my standards, but it is certainly improved in the years since Season 1. Here at Rainbow Reviews, our philosophy is always story first. Everything else comes second. One thing you need to take away from any piece of media is that story always comes first. Because writing a show without a good story is like writing a book with no compelling characters. Basically, it's impossible for it to be even a little bit good. But Final Space has great animation on top of a great story, so it's all good. But now that I've lavished praise on the animation, it's time to talk about the one episode that I didn't like. Damn, we're gonna have to bring out the sin counter for this one, aren't we? Wait, were you just watching them and waiting for them to get up? You have stuff to do, stop digging around.
Hey, wait. What's that second surprise? What is it? Not chillin'. You think everything's for you, don't you? Well, it's not.
Haha, this is played for a bit. But what if Gary and Avocado died because they didn't know Hugh had a mech suit? How would you have felt then, Biscuit?
Maybe there's room for one more?
Get the hell in there, Hugh.
When Hugh becomes the AI, we know that he has control of all its weapons. We know this from episode 302. So how does he not know that there's a mecha version of his old body in the back of the ship? Also, the ship is so tiny. What happens if you have to take a whiz? The fact that I was actively rooting for Kevin's death just goes to show how much he needs to die. He's useless.
No, I am the Lord Commander.
You broke my hands. It's time to return the favor.
You should know by now. Salvation comes in the blink of an eye.
Nightfall? How is this possible?
I'm sure you're asking, how is this possible? Because I'm you, and we think of everything. If I had to guess, you need a thermogenic power core.
Really? Just pulled that wild guess out of your ass, huh? You can thank the screenwriters for this triple backflip of a mindfuck. Whoa, you just gonna take that helmet off? How do you know the planet you're on has breathable air? Sure, Ash is there, but she doesn't need oxygen, as we've seen from the end of episode 7.
Has come for the boy. Little Kato, don't forget. They don't deserve you.
So why can't Invictus kill Gary and Avocado right now again?
I should have been grateful to you, but instead, I just hated you more.
In the episode The Ventrexian, Avocado meets with the Lord Commander, and has his worldview completely changed.
Is that what you fight for?
I fight for Ventrexia.
Challenging what he fights for, it's a destruction of his character.
About Ventrexia. It sends its people to fight a 1,000-year war for what?
I don't know anymore.
Avocado was raised to be a killing machine, and the Lord Commander broke his blind loyalty to his own planet.
You kill because you're good at it.
You're right.
I know I'm right. And now I'm gonna give you the greatest gift anyone has ever given you. I am gonna change you from the butcher you are into a master by giving you a cause.
Yep, that's blind loyalty. And then in a moment, the Lord Commander starts to actually say stuff that kind of makes sense. I'm telling you, this speech is so convincing, I have no doubt that Avocado, or really anyone else in this position, wouldn't challenge this way of thinking.
What if, together, we could create a universe where death could no longer be found?
Does that even exist?
With your help, it can.
A deathless universe. He gave Avocado's life purpose for the first time. This is blowing my mind how almost perfect that reasoning is, besides the killing part. To me, this is peak Final Space writing. To all the haters who say this show is badly written, I challenge you to find a clip from any DC movie that's half as smart as this is.
Why did you say that name?
So that scene was great, but there's another one that we just had to mention in this video. This clip just elevated the show entirely, because it doesn't pull its punches, pun intended. Gary and Avocado was the OG duo of Final Space, and having them beat the crap out of each other is just awesome. Oh, and one more honorable mention of a great scene. The Lord Commander Titan. The raw power this scene emanates is just amazing. It's so cinematic, and really a step above what Final Space was capable of pulling off up to this point. This is something you might expect of a Final Space theatrical release, not something in the regular series. When I watched this scene for the first time, my jaw dropped to the floor. That B-word actually pulled it off, because he became a Titan. And now we're going to talk about this scene a bit more because I actually have a theory. I debated whether or not to make this its own video, but you know what? Nah, here we go. To me, this scene is comparable to everything in The Last Jedi. because that film is about failure, both affecting the characters and longtime Star Wars fans. Wait, I actually liked The Last Jedi. It subverted my expectations.
No!
In The Last Jedi, Finn and Rose fail to accomplish anything. Luke dies, etc. It's a long list, but what you need to know is that by the end of the movie, nothing was really accomplished. I really felt like we took a step back in the franchise. And to me, that was what made the theme of failure really frustrating. We didn't accomplish anything here because of that failure. But here's where Final Space comes in with the same concept, but executed way better. The crew spent the whole episode activating the Kevin net, and then it just got destroyed, just like that. But this failure isn't disappointing for one main reason. We lost the Kevin net, but gained the awesomeness of the Lord Commander Titan. We never got to see the Kevin net activated, but having the Lord Commander become a Titan is even cooler to see. It's even better for us. I'm gonna call this sweetening the deal, because frustrating the audience can work, but it's like choosing a sit-down restaurant over a McDonald's. You have to give some more time for the cooks to make the food, but it also gives the restaurant the ability to expand and diversify the menu. You're exchanging time for better food, just like you exchange one failure for something even cooler. When the Kevin net was destroyed, it knocked the team squad down all the pegs. Personally, I think this is why the Final Space scene works, and not The Last Jedi. Let me know what you think of this theory in the comments. I think it has some weight to it. As for Season 4, well, things are not looking good. The next season is usually announced not long after the finale airs, and it's been almost a month with radio silence. Look, the show isn't perfect, no series ever is, but goddammit, this show is worth renewing. It's got a strong fan base, it's an international hit, I mean, come on. Sure, I'm sure the viewer numbers have gone down a little bit, but that's really a symptom of cable itself dying out. So here's what I'm gonna do. If we get the news that the show is cancelled, the Final Space fandom needs to mobilize. We gotta get a hashtag going or something. Like Finish Final Space or Final Space 4. We have to do something. Who knows, maybe the show will get renewed as soon as this video comes out. It happened with my Infinity Train video, it can happen again, right? In any case, I'll be right here if we decide to start something. Maybe I'll do a video about it if something happens. For now, we end the series with this poetic music as Gary, Avocado, and the rest of the crew have set Invictus free. Anyway, that was my short review of Final Space Season 3. It was a really good season, the best so far in my opinion. Before this video ends, I want to thank a few people specifically. First, some people I talked to in the comments. I'd like to thank users Pedro Enemecos, Georgie Porgy Pudding Pie, Nando TNT 567, Creative Name, Metal Cobra 7, and XX Ice Bear XX, great name by the way, plus any other Final Space channels, especially Nightfall Dash and especially Hubie Doobie. I use a screen recorder for video footage, and Hubie Doobie, I literally could not have made these videos without you. Now I wanted to give you guys a quick update. I do have new avatars, I hope you like them, and hopefully they're here to stay. The schedule will be a bit wonky. I'm going to focus more on quality than posting on consistent schedules, so comment below what kind of outfits my avatars should wear next. Be sure to check out my Instagram for the full body sketch of Candle's outfit. Follow me over there for more fashion drawings and a new full body drawing with every new video. Subscribe for more TV reviews and movie reviews. Thanks for watching, and also thank you guys so much for 100 subscribers. I can't believe I got this far this quick actually. I'll see you next time.